A few years back, when I was 32, I was sitting without a title, without a stable income, without a job. And at the same time, my friend who started with the job that was beneath him a few years back, he was paid pretty well. And I think that the reason here is, if you're a ambitious person, it's good, and on the other hand, it's not really good, because there is some kind of a trap. And so I think that it works like you set a certain level for yourself, and below this level you do not agree to have an income or land any job that is beneath you. And it depends on how the circumstances that you have, and what level of comfort are you given at that moment. Because sometimes if people even are ambitious, the reality pushes them into the real world, when they have to accept the rules given. And at the same moment, the people who accept something that is might be below their level, they got leveled up while the time passes by. And the mechanism that might help you in those situations where you are sitting on your ass and do not move and just observe how life passes by, and the people whom you thought of their job is not the best, and they are getting paid well, and they buy things and live a good life. So the mechanism that will work here is, if you lived enough. I mean, if you're not a boy, you probably tried, or a girl, you probably tried doing some stuff in your life. So if you want to start moving, you just need to find an entry point which intersects with something that you are excited about, some things that you've done previously, maybe some work on you, or you worked on a certain job, or you just did something that you liked and that you were excited about, and start moving from that direction. And if you are younger one and you don't have any experience in your life, well, try just to follow the things that you really like and you enjoy doing. And why this happens, the situations when you're sitting on your ass and do not do anything that will push you towards your dream, and you think that all the things around you are below your level. I think that when you have a certain level of comfort given by your parents, that you live in, like money and car, food, electricity bills are paid by your parents, and all this stuff. And then at some point you are old, and now all that you just had by default, now you need to work and to earn it and to pay for it. it becomes for some people like a real disaster, and people struggle to live with it because why would they pay for things that they already had before, right? And this struggling might happen for a long time actually, and like people often just when they have this sort of situations, they can just push this. It's very uncomfortable to feel these things, right? That you can find yourself in a life, and at the same moment, the things that you can take, you think that they are below you, and why would you give those? Would you take those things? And the real cost of ignoring these calls and pushing all these things back is you might just end up being like 40 or 50 years old and only start doing some steps towards being independent and earning some money and being someone in terms of title and position. And at that time you will only start and all people around you, they already like experts in a certain part of this world. Like they have like experience on their job, and they can afford some things that you cannot. So probably it's not the best life situation. And I can, like, basically I was there, and I think that it's good that I realized that and was like fearful enough to jump into that and understand that you need to be someone. Because I was like living until 32 in a position of waiting for the miracle to happen, that someone will come and give me an opportunity, the perfect opportunity, with the $50,000 a month salary and doing nothing, which is of course sounds crazy, but something similar I was living with. And I've been working at some positions, but it was basically because of I needed some money, but not because I was thinking about my future and that I need to be someone. And it was caused by my like my surroundings when I was a young boy, and I was living in a family where our family had pretty good amount of income, and as a boy I was provided with anything I could wish to have, like a computer, of course, like any foods, and traveling around the world, and it was fantastic. But then some things began to happen, and my parents got divorced, and since my father was the only person who he had a business at that time, and my mother she was just doing some. She was sitting at home and cooking and doing all this stuff related to home. So things got much worse than they were before, and my life like flipped, and I was growing with this feeling, and like I said, until 32 I was like waiting for something, some miracle to happen. And then I realized that only I can fix this. So I picked I remembered the things that I like and where I've been working before, and I picked my direction. And currently I'm working as an integration engineer, and I like it. I enjoy it. So, guys, if you are stuck in the same position, just pick an entry point and start moving. And by the way, I have a PDF that is called Unstucking. It might help you, so please check the description below, and you can download it for free and get just into your inbox. I wish you to have a great day, and see you in the next one.